Shannon Sharpe is taking loss after loss after loss. So many people thought it was so crazy that he got extorted by this 19-year-old.
Bro, why are they finding these pics of her? Like, she looked like a fish in this joint.
He's getting sued for another $20 million.
By who though?
He's gonna pay.
She was doing something with Usher. He wrongly accused or alleged that her husband left over the incident. So I guess she's suing for defamation. Is that worth 20 mil? I don't know about all that, bro.
The woman is talking to Shannon Sharpe's legal team. The woman says that they're looking to resolve this matter quickly. And we will.
You know what that means? He coming off that bread. Time for another 20 mil. It might be GG's, bro. Cause somebody else gonna come up, you know what I'm saying? They see Shannon as an easy lick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is accuse him a little bit. You only need to have your shit all together and he's quick to pay you out. They gonna run him dry until it's like, my nigga working at McDonald's. What's going on YouTube? CDA Green here, back with another video, and today we have Attorney Reacts. Shannon Sharpe sued again, this time for $20 million. I believe with the first John, you know what I'm saying? I think this is a whole separate case. At first, it was the OnlyFans bit, you know what I'm saying? The white John, he got sued for 50 mil or some shit for, I think, sexual assault. Even though that relationship did seem consensual. But Shannon Sharpe, he did settle on some bread, you know what I'm saying? Like, he settled down. He was like, whether or not he was guilty on, you know what I'm saying, it's debatable. But him settling, it leads people to believe that he was. I just know he paid the John hella money and she retired from OF altogether on some shit. So, goddamn. So, you know, she came out with a hell of a bag, you know what I'm saying? If she was just able to hang up the jersey and just ride into the sunset. And apparently he's getting sued again. I know nothing about this shit. I didn't expect it, but it's really just crazy. They coming for everything this nigga got. And that's wild. But we gonna get straight to the video, see what it's talking about. So if it sounds interesting to y'all, make sure to like the vid, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and let's get straight to it.
Guys, our man Shannon Sharpe is taking loss after loss after loss. First, we all know that Shannon paid Gabriella Zuniga tens of millions of dollars to settle that lawsuit. So many people thought it was so crazy that he got extorted by this 19-year-old. You'll remember that she was the one.
Bro, why are they finding these pics of her? It's really just trying to drive home the fact that Shannon Sharpe, he really crashed out over, like, you know what I'm saying, some mid shit. Like, she looked like a fish in this joint. You know what I'm saying? No shade to her. Shout out to her. She got better skin than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like that, not color wise, but like, you know what I'm saying? No pimples. The texture real smooth, clean looking and shit. You know what I'm saying? But why they doing her like this though, bro? It's crazy. And my nigga really, he really did all this over her, bro. Like, she is solid like 6 or 7, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? 6, 7 type shit. He ain't even crashing over some fine shit, like drop dead gorgeous shit. You know what I'm saying? Not to say she's not, like, you know what I'm saying, average looking or better than that, like attractive. She's not ugly, but it's just like, come on, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You lost 15 mil minimum over this. My nigga, this gonna be the face that haunts your dreams every time. You know what I'm saying? You gonna wake up in cold sweats because you seen this face in your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough.
And texting Shannon that it would be $25,000 per cheek. She was texting Shannon saying, hey, what's taking so long? Where's the cash? This is the girl sending Shannon text
Look a little
saying,
better
I
there,
want
ain't
you
gonna
to
lie.
choke me, daddy, and then turned around and filed a $50 million lawsuit claiming that he was choking her. Oh,
yeah.
It was pure extortion, and it worked. Reports say that she got over $20 million from the lawsuit. Shannon's almost 60 years old, but this young 20-something is laughing all the way to the bank at his expense. It's interesting also that a lot of people were calling Shannon Sharpe out for the way that he treated Gabriella Zuniga versus the way that he treated his own daughter. People noted that he was paying Miss Zuniga tens of thousands of dollars, which turned into millions, but would only pay a small amount for his own daughter's wedding.
Really?
I don't know what you could have. I ain't the one getting married.
Oh, come on now, Unc. Why you gonna do your daughter like that now? You're paying the white girl.
Real talk.
Oh,
I don't give
come on, Unc.
So what, he didn't pay for the wedding at all? Is that what we're saying?
Our man Unc was wilding out. And a lot of people ask, what's the difference? Why do you think that Gabriella Zuniga deserves so much more than your own daughter?
Yeah,
But that's why, and people wonder why they don't get the blessings that someone else. Ask yourself.
What?
See, you think you're doing everything right, but see, God know your heart. See, you can fool everybody else, but you can't fool that man upstairs, and you wonder why. Ask yourself. Ask yourself when you're alone and you by yourself.
All
I don't even
shout
know
out
what he's
to
talking about.
He's saying some people deserve blessings and other people's don't. And you got to ask yourself when you're alone. And that's fine. That's all good. But look at what has become of Shannon Sharpe. Not only did he have to pay Zuniga tens of millions of dollars, but it came out yesterday that he has been fired from ESPN. Guys, the amount of money that Shannon Sharpe has lost over this girl is insane. Not only was he paying the $25,000 per cheek here and there, but then
the more I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay, Shannon, I could kind of see where the vision was. Brother, you know what I'm saying? She do got some thighs on her. Type shit. I'm not much of a milkman myself, but like, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy. Shannon, I do see the vision, bro, but like 19 years old, like that's crazy. Like you ready to be 60. My nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you almost done for. You hitting that retirement age type shit. Not that you need to be there. Like you could have been retired hella long ago. But it's just like, I don't know, my nigga. I wouldn't have did this shit if I was you, bro. If I was in your position and your shoes, like, yeah. I don't know if I'm doing all this, bro.
And the $20+ million to settle the lawsuit. Then he lost the ESPN contract, which was tens of millions.
Especially knowing how much you got to lose and what the fuck you like. You know what I'm saying? You like that race play type shit, that real kinky, weird shit. You know how that shit would look, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the text messages y'all was sending to each other that you leaked yourself. My nigga, you knew that shit looked crazy, bro. You knew that shit was bad. That's wild.
Millions of dollars more. This man alone has lost generational wealth for his entire bloodline. And now on top of that, guess what? He's getting sued for another $20 million.
By who though?
He's gonna pay. Mark my words.
He's gonna pay for it? Like, oh, okay. He's making a prediction. I was ready to say, damn, nigga, just like that? Like, it's irrefutable evidence to where this nigga can't even contest that shit. Like, fuck.
Shannon Sharpe is gonna pay off this lawsuit. Now, is he gonna pay the whole $20 million? No. We saw from the Gabriella Zuniga lawsuit that's not how the game is played. The women ask for a high amount, Shannon Sharpe comes in low, and then they meet somewhere in the middle. Now we have another woman, the opposite of Miss Zuniga. This woman, the older black woman, she's gonna get her slice of the pie too. Let's take a look here and see what is going on.
She was
says
doing something with
Shannon
Usher.
Sharpe is being sued for $20 million after the former ESPN star shamed a woman over a viral flirty video with Usher. All right, here is our man Shannon right here. And if we
I read some up there, it says he wrongly accused or alleged that her husband left over the incident. So I guess she's suing for defamation. So the nigga didn't really do nothing to her, but he's getting sued for $20 million just for saying, "Oh, bro, yeah, your husband left, shorty." That's tough. Is that worth 20 mil? I don't know about all that, bro. Unless it's something more to these allegations.
Usher. All right, here is our man Shannon right here. And if we scroll down a little bit, we can see the plaintiff. This is the woman that is suing Shannon Sharpe for the $20 million. All right, the exact opposite of Miss Zuniga. This woman appears to be in her 40s, and of course she's African American. Zuniga, 19 years old and a white woman. But listen, Shannon Sharpe is going to pay out all of these women apparently. All right, if we go back up, it seems that, let's see, the woman claims that Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco, Ocho's on the hook too, knowingly propagated a false narrative about the woman's marital status. Says here that Sharpe 57 just settled a $50 million lawsuit. He was officially let go of ESPN. In this lady's complaint, it says that on April 2nd, I participated in a fan engagement moment at a Usher Usher Raymond concert where I interacted with the artist as a selected audience member. The interaction quickly went viral after fans noted the intensity between Tillman and Usher in the fun moment. And I think if we scroll up, we
fun moment. Now, if she do got a husband doing all this shit, look how close they is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can you really blame Shannon for saying what he said? That being said, I don't know exactly what he said, but if he was like, yo, shorty, like, your husband finna leave for this dumb shit. It's like, can you even blame him for saying some shit like that?
Can see that moment right there. All right. There is the one and only, the talented Usher Raymond. And there is the plaintiff right there, hot and sweaty, ready to go. I think someone said, auntie, please. Okay. And now what's the issue? She's having her moment with the one and only Usher Raymond. So what could have went wrong? As we scroll down, the plaintiff says, following the event, the defendants...
I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment during the Usher concert? Oh, shit. So do she even got a nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where did the husband narrative come from?
Ocho Cinco and Shay made and disseminated false and defamatory statements suggesting that I was married and that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in this audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. She went on to explain, I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment during the Usher concert. Now on Twitter, guys, a lot of people are saying, come on, lady. Now you're asking for 20 million. You don't deserve it. This is a frivolous lawsuit. He didn't defame you. It was all jokes. But is that really the case? Did Shannon Sharpe defame this woman by saying that she was married when she really wasn't and saying that her husband, who doesn't exist, was going to file divorce papers?
Where's
to
the
really
clip?
Analyze this, we need to have a little understanding of what defamation is. Here, guys, we can look at the 5 elements of defamation. Elements we can think of as just ingredients. If you have all 5 of these ingredients, all 5 of these factors, then you have defamation. So we're going to go through these quickly and you tell me, do you think Shannon Sharpe is on the hook? The first element that you need is identity. So you must be able to prove that the statement in question is about you. Now we can see here from the picture that is obvious that this is the lady that they're talking about. So that's an easy element that she can check off. Then we go to the second publication. It says the statement must be published, meaning a third party must have seen, read, or heard about it.
And I'm assuming that he posted that on his, like, one of his YouTube channels. So I think that's a check as well.
Guys, we know this to be true as well. This actually went viral. Millions of people saw Club Shay talking about this lady and what her husband was going to do with these divorce papers. So we have identity here, and we also have the publication. Again, it went viral. Third is negligence. It's the third factor. You must prove the statement was made with a reckless disregard for the truth or negligently.
I mean, you know, if there was no man in sight, you know what I mean, then yeah. Unless the nigga was making a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I bet your husband left you. Oh, that shit. You getting a divorce right now. It's like, at that point, it's obviously a joke. But if the nigga was like, yo, bro. The crazy thing is, this woman has a husband, and that nigga fucking filed for divorce after this shit. If he said it so dead ass, then that's different. But if he was just joking, then I don't think you got nothing to really stand on.
Now, did Shannon Sharpe and Ocho, did they know this lady wasn't married, or did they just not care? Did they research it? Were they kind of being like journalists and fact checked it? Or did they just recklessly spout out these statements about this lady? You tell me in the comments, do you think that Shannon Sharpe recklessly disregarded whether or not this lady was actually married or not? Before we go any further, let's kind of delve into this negligence a little bit. Let's see what the article says about this whole situation. Now, the lady goes on to say that Shay's and Ocho Cinco's false narratives were shared widely across their platforms, reaching millions of followers. Yes, and I think she tried to refute those false narratives, but you know, their reach is so wide. The woman, who is a global director for the Harold Washington Cultural Center, said she even went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the ESPN First Take story star that she was a married woman. All right, what else did the lady say? Ocho Cinco and Club Shay Shay continued to post the defamatory content across their social media platforms. I made numerous efforts to contact the defendants to request the removal of this false narrative, but these requests were disregarded. The single mother added, single mother, okay, I don't know why
where did that
was
come
important.
from?
But the single mother added that the false statements have caused significant harm to my character and reputation. All right, guys, this is very important. Hold up, let's pause for a second for a quick word from our sponsor, Chapter Medicare. If you or someone you know,
WV, my nigga.
572
I'm gonna use this jump ahead feature, you know. I never even used that motherfucker, but shout out to you two for adding it.
Peace of mind today. If we take a look at our chart,
you must prove that the statement was false. You must prove that the statement caused. So you got to prove the harm aspect, which is what she alleged with that little comment right there.
what does this lady need to prove? She needs to prove the identity, that it's her. We got that. She needs to prove the publication. She can do that. It went viral. But the negligence again, she needs to prove that the statement was made with reckless disregard for the truth or negligently. Did Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco make these statements recklessly? Did they disregard the truth? Well, I think they did, right? She's not married. She went on numerous TV shows apparently to try to prove that she wasn't married. She contacted them in numerous ways, according to her, to let them know that she was not married, and they disregarded all of her communications. This lady was pretty serious about trying to clear this up, but it all went to no avail. Now, I can tell you, we can kind of go a little bit deeper in the weeds about whether this lady is famous, whether she's a public figure or not. I'll just tell you pretty quickly that if you're a public figure, it's much harder to win these defamation cases because you're putting yourself out there in public. But the law says that if you're a private figure, then it's much easier to win on these claims. So even though she was pulled up on stage at this Usher event, and even though she went on news media to try to correct the narrative, the law is probably going to consider her a private figure, and that's going to make this a lot easier for her to win. So I think she's got the negligence factor too. The law is going to try to protect her a little bit because she's a private person, and you have Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco who have millions and millions.
Damn, so it is looking like he's going to have to pay that shit. That's tough. That's why he was so confident in the beginning, because all that's left is you must prove that it caused marital or reputational injury. If everybody's slandering her, yeah, you proved the harm. And proving it's false, like literally you just don't have a husband. Like just take a picture of yourself on the couch or some shit. Like who knows? So it's looking like it might be bad for this nigga.
The followers and subscribers on their platforms making content about this lady who is not putting herself out there to be ridiculed like this. The fourth element is falsity. She's going to need to prove that the statement that she was married during this time was false. She's going to need to prove that her husband is not filing divorce papers against her. She's going to need to prove that those statements are all false. That's going to be easy for her. She's going to be able to testify that she's not married, and then Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco are not going to be able to produce a marriage certificate showing that she was married at the time of the event. The last element is harm, all right? She's going to need to prove that the statement caused material or reputation.
Oh, I thought that shit said marital. I can't read, bro. I'm illiterate.
Injury. Now, again, this is going to kind of depend on whether she's considered a public figure or a private figure. Not to get too deep into it, but if she's considered a private figure, it's going to be easier for her to prove damages. We're going to continue to read the article, but what do you guys think right here? Has she shown identity, that the statement was about her? Has she shown that the statement was published? Has she shown that the statement was made in a reckless disregard for the truth? Has she shown that the statement was false? Can she show that? And can she show that the statement caused material or reputational harm? For this last one, it's still a little up in the air. Let's see what the article says. This lady continues that the ongoing misinformation has resulted in emotional distress for the plaintiff, damaging her reputation and adversely affecting her personal and professional relationships. Now, guys, I know when we hear all emotional distress, we think, oh, forget it, you know, it's all made up. But if this lady is a professional. I think she was the director at some center. And people are saying, hey, that's the lady that was up there with Usher. Did you know she's married? Did you know her husband is looking at filing a divorce? Her husband was so mad. How do you know her husband was mad? Well, that's what Club Shay Shay said. That's what Ocho Cinco said. She was up there dancing and looking deep into Usher's eyes. Can you believe this, heifer? I absolutely believe that there could have been a lot of whisperings behind her back from people who tangentially knew her but didn't know if she was married or not. This actually could have hurt her reputation, guys. The article continues that the woman is a Chicago native whose previously homeschooled daughter received her doctorate while still...
Oh, wow.
What? Her daughter received a doctorate while still a teenager.
Damn.
And she taught her daughter. All right, this is a very important fact. Guys, this has nothing to do with the actual defamation case, but it shows you that this lady here
Not
is
married.
serious. Despite what we are
Right.
seeing on the screen, and this lady's about 3 inches from Usher's face, this lady homeschooled her daughter, and while her daughter was in high school, her daughter earned a doctorate degree. That lets you know that this daughter has some serious intellectual genes, and some of those surely belong to the mom, who again is
Okay.
some director of some center. The mom took it upon herself to homeschool the daughter, didn't let the daughter go to public or private school, brought the daughter up herself. What does that mean? To me as an attorney, this means that this lady is not going away. Despite what we might think, this lady is not one of those all my neck and my back type of plaintiffs. Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco are dealing with a very serious person. This is not a game. Again, this has nothing to do with the actual defamation case, but I'll tell you as a little tip that attorneys were always sizing up the plaintiffs. Is this person for real or not? Is this person educated or not? Is this person serious or not? Can we blow them off? Can we ignore them? This lady apparently is not to be ignored. She has the
Interesting.
capability to
I wouldn't even pick that up. I guess that's why he the professional, right?
really go hard on this case. All right, so the article continues that the U.S. Sun has reached out to Shannon Sharpe's attorneys for comment. In a conversation with the U.S. Sun, Tillman added, "We've been in communication with the legal team of Shay Shay Media, who was also representing Shannon Sharpe." All right, so now the woman is talking to Shannon Sharpe's legal team. The woman says that they're looking to resolve this matter quickly,
Oh yeah,
and we
you
will
know what that mean? He coming off that bread. The whole 20 mil, maybe not, but at least like shit, bro. 5 to 10 mil. I'll say that, bro. Probably closer to 10 mil.
We'll probably have more to share upon our next conversation. Guys, this sentence right here tells you all that you need to know. If this is true, this lady's saying that Shannon Sharpe's legal team is looking to resolve this matter quickly. Does that remind us of anything? Is that similar to another lawsuit that we heard about just a few months ago? I don't know if you guys remember, but when Shannon Sharpe was hit with this $50 million lawsuit, his attorney came to social media and said, "We didn't even know she was filing this. We were trying to get this resolved quickly under the table without anybody knowing. We had offered Gabriela Zuniga over $10 million to settle. We were in active negotiations and they just went and filed this. This has taken us by complete surprise." So we already see that Shannon Sharpe was trying to resolve that Gabriela Zuniga case quickly and under the table. And now Tillman is saying they're trying to do the same thing with this case. Why are they trying to resolve it? Again, if we look at the factors, this lady may have a really strong case. She can prove that the statement was about her. She can prove that the statement was published. She can prove probably that the statement was made in reckless disregard of the truth because she's not married, and I don't think that Shannon or Ocho really investigated to see if she was married or not. She can prove that the statement was false, and she can prove damages, I believe. She can prove some reputational injury because it's going to be easier for her to prove these things since the law is going to consider her to be a private person. Guys, the law is pretty clear that when you're a private person, people can't really play with your name like that. We can sit back and say, "Oh, Ocho Cinco."
I didn't even know that was a thing, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, spreading some like fake shit on somebody, like, that's wild, bro. That is crazy as wild. Like, you wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? People just like saying, "Oh, yo, this nigga," you know what I'm saying? He, I don't know, this nigga hits babies or some shit. But it's a completely unknown nigga. I didn't know it was illegal to spread rumors and shit like that. It's like, obviously you shouldn't do shit like that. You might get beat the fuck up for it. But to actually have like the law, like the book thrown at you, it's like, oh shit. Like, goddamn. I didn't know it got that serious.
And Shay Shay, they were just joking, and they were. But the law says, hey, you need to be careful when you joke on private people's names. If you want to joke on somebody famous, if you want to go at Monique, or you want to go at one of these celebrities, fine. They've got big platforms. They can defend themselves. But these private people, they don't have an audience. So when you spread a rumor like this, it can really affect them because it's so hard for them to refute it. This lady may be able to prove, as she said, that she tried to contact Shannon Sharpe's team numerous times to get them to take down the clips. They would not do it. She wanted them to take down the entire episode. They would not do it. She wanted them to issue a retraction. They would not do it. They disregarded all of her communications. Now, maybe they didn't get them. Maybe she was sending emails to an inbox that was never checked. We're going to have to kind of figure out the details on this. But it seems like Shannon Sharpe saying, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and settle with you. We're talking to your team. We want this quickly. I've already lost the ESPN deal. I've already got hit for $20 million with Gabriella.
Time for another 20 mil. That's crazy. It goes to show just how much bread this nigga got though. But it's like he said, bro, he lost generational wealth just like that. It's crazy because it's like when you look at it from his perspective, he has way more money than just 20 mil. So he's like, oh yeah, that should have hit, but it's not everything. I'll live. Some niggas, bro, like they get 20 mil just dropped on them. They like, yo, this is everything. Like, bro, this is generational wealth right here. You know what I'm saying? That I got this shit now. You know? Just the crazy dichotomy, bro, from a person that's like, yeah, I could afford 20 mil here, to somebody like, yo, bro, 20 mil, bro, that's everything, nigga. I just, you know what I'm saying? This shit mean everything to me, nigga. It ain't just a part of my life. This shit my everything. It's a crazy ass world.
Let's just settle this for a small amount. And it's my belief that that's what's going to happen. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco should have to pay this lady any money? Were they just joking? Or do you think, hey, you shouldn't be able to joke like this on regular people's names if they're not asking for it?
That's a crazy ass accusation, though, just to be like, yo, her husband, you know, I know he filing for divorce right now. Unless he said it some kind of like that where it's like, okay, you know, it's clearly a joke. But then again, if she was like saying, yo, take the vid down, my nigga, stop spreading false shit on my name, and they just wasn't doing it, like assuming that they did get all them emails and shit and they did get the requests and they still just ignored that shit, surely niggas know about defamation, like, or they just didn't give a fuck because they got so much bread to spend, or because of how much bread they made from the episode. You know, you never know what it is until you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That being said, how much money they made, how much money he about to give to her, you know what I'm saying? How much money this nigga got all together? Like, you don't know none of this shit. If she even sent the emails in the first place to the niggas, like, you just don't know. So we gonna wait and find out. But it's looking like it might be GG's, bro. You know, because somebody else gonna come up, you know what I'm saying? They see Shannon as an easy lick. It's just the narrative is painting about his name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is accuse him a little bit. You don't even need to have your shit all together, and he's quick to pay you out. So now people gonna try this nigga, and it's crazy, bro. They gonna run him dry until it's like, my nigga working at McDonald's. And that's gonna be tough. So if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.